Coach wants to start us off with a statement, and then we'll take player questions only, dismiss them, and then we'll have Coach Beilein.
I said twice in the locker room, and I even said, I think, to Kathleen, that I have no idea how we're going to play tonight. You know, that Northwestern loss was so disappointing for these guys, but they handled it like they always handle it. They wanted to bounce back. They practiced well. We had this late game Sunday. Have to wait all day. It was like the longest day of. To me, it seemed like forever when you've been through a whole season. And then they went out and they were just absolutely excellent from the beginning to the end. So really proud of these two, Sean, Andrew, Mark Donnell, those 5 seniors that have come to some pretty tough places and got some great road wins. This was a really good one to beat them by the score we did, and get that 3rd one and get that 10th win in the league.
Questions for our players, please. Just go ahead, guys.
Zach, talk about, the start for the game. What were you expecting, and what happened when you guys came out shooting so well?
Yeah, Coach B touched on it already. We just had a bounce-back mentality, and we really wanted to come out and have a great start, and we did that, especially on the defensive end. And we were shooting lights out, and, Derrick had a great game being able to find everyone, and he shot the ball well, too.
Did you guys know that your game, your matchup, whatever, for Thursday was already set before the game started today?
Yeah, pretty much. As much as we don't say it, I saw it on Twitter. I actually saw it on your Twitter feed, to be honest.
I don't think John wants to hear that.
You're following him?
Yeah.
Are you following me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Derrick, if you can kind of touch on what John said about the length of the day, just waiting to get out of here, last game of the year, and the game tip.
Yeah, it's just, it's just kind of a testament to just how bad we wanted to get out and play. And, some possessions in the last game that we thought we could do better. Like we said, we don't know which possession it is. And, this game was a testament to it. We just play hard every single possession. And personally, I'm just proud of how we was so locked in on defense from, all 5 of us. We was so connected, making switches, and just being in the right spot all the time. It just made everything so tough for him. So, it was just about, it was a long day, but we just really wanted to get out and play. So that's pretty much what I attested to.
Derrick, when Zack hit that jumper to give you the 15th assist, so you guys were kind of smiling at each other. Did you know while you were out there?
Well, Andrew told me that I was close, Dockage, and I was looking for guys the whole entire game, but Zack said he felt good, and we ran the action for him to come up. He got an open look, and I smiled, and I told him I loved him after he made the shot. So
I don't hear that too often. So.
Derrick, what was it about Nebraska's defense that allowed you to exploit them and rack up single game program line?
I don't know. They did a great job at home, and I think it's just a testament to how we develop our guys. It's just we so battle ready for each and every adjustment that's thrown at us. Our coaches do a great job of putting us in the right positions, and it's all about us at that point just making the right play. So Coach B trusts us enough and trusts me enough to just continuously make the right play. So it's just a testament to how development oriented we are as a program.
How gratifying is it to kind of break that record, because that was a record that stood for some time?
It means a lot to me. I'm a guy that loves to make other people better. So to see it, I see my guys be so happy making shots, and me being one of the reasons why. It's a great feeling.
Zach, what's a win like this do for you guys' confidence moving into the Big Ten tournament?
It gives us a lot of confidence, giving us some momentum going into our game on Thursday, especially how well we shot the ball, but also just how well we played defensively from start to finish. I think that's going to be huge for us to be able to make a run in the Big Ten tournament. It all starts on the defensive end.
Anything else for our players? All right, guys. Questions for Coach Beilein, please.
Coach, you said you were worried about how they respond. When did that worry leave you?
As soon as the game was over. When we came out, and shot well, I said, okay, we're in for it. But I think last year we came here, I think we had an 18-point lead that turned into a 4-point lead like in a minute. So I'm nervous through all these games all the way until it's over. Then there's a great sense of relief. It's the way it is.
John, what about the job in the first matchup? Ty Webster and Bill Watson, they kind of kept driving. What about the job you guys did defending?
Well, I think that is that's a lot of as we practice more. Coach Donlin has worked really hard with our guys, Sadi as well, on the ball screen coverage from the defense. That they scored 85 points last time on us, and that was really a concern against us. But we have got better in some of those areas. I think our team talks better and they feel each other. They're more connected defensively than they were at that time of the year.
Coach, what's your perception of this program after seeing them twice this year? Obviously, they played you tough at home, but after seeing them tonight, what's your perception of this program right now?
I think Nebraska here. This is being in the Big Ten with Nebraska right now. It's just a matter of time right now that they're going to have these. I think there's some programs in the Big Ten. It's going to be secular, and you're just not going to be the Kentucky, Duke that you're just going to roll in. I mean, you look at Purdue finished in last place 4 years ago. Last place. They had finished in first place 8 years ago. I think those are pretty accurate terms, right? That's the way it's going to be with some programs. You're going to be up, and you're going to be down. You're going to have to rebuild, and you're going to be up, and you're going to be down. You're going to have to rebuild, and that's the way it is. There's very few teams. There's Wisconsin, right? There's Michigan State has been able to do it, and that's about the only one right now that hasn't had some type of cycle that they went through where all of a sudden they're not in the NCAA tournament or they're not in the top half, but then they'll cycle back through. Everybody's just got to be patient, keep working at it, and it'll end up being good. They got everything they need here, including a great coach.
John, you've obviously had a point guard who won National Player of the Year, but Derrick's control of the offense right now, how would you describe that?
You know, I blew up a play today because I called something in the first half, and he had already called something different, and half guys were listening to the coach and half were listening to him. But that's a good problem to have right now. That was Trey Burke-like out there, the way he just controlled the tempo. It reminded me of a couple of games at Illinois when we won the champion. No, that was the next year. When we won the championship, we're just giving them the ball and say, okay, shorten the game, but make sure we get a good shot at the end. And how much other stuff is he calling? I think you know what he's doing right now, which is really good. He's coming over to me and telling us what he wants to run. So that is really good. I mean, if we were huddling up, I think I'd send somebody in for a couple plays every now. If it was football, he'd probably call half of them. I'd let him call a lot of them. But right now, he gets it. And we change almost every game because everybody plays this differently.
How do you get DJ Wilson going? He's kind of been in a little bit of...
I mean, I don't worry about getting guys going. We scored 95 points. Did we score 90? I'm not worried about getting him going. He's just got to go rebound. What he did see was that he had very few less than 3 or 4 rebound games in the first 22 games. I think I said this the other day. Then he's been all 1 or 2 rebounds. So he's just got to go in there and get things going. But his time will come as he continues to develop in different ways. But he made big shots for us today. And then defensively, he's a work in progress that can really become an outstanding defender.
7 different players make three-pointers. Is that just a sign that Walton's getting the ball in the right spot, or everyone's having a good night?
No, we shoot the ball pretty well. If you look at it, we have in the league we had I think 7 or 6 that have made 23s this year. So that's part of the plan. Now we had Jordan Morgan, Mitch McGarry, John Horford. They didn't make many threes. We still won. You can do it. But when you have a 5-man that can make threes, it really spreads people out. So that's sort of the plan, and we try to recruit guys that can shoot. We also try to get the guys that aren't great shooters, help them become better shooters. And that's a big plan to make what we do work.
Coach, you said, I think it was 2 weeks ago, you still don't know if you have a guy who can just give the ball, get a basket. I mean, a night like tonight.
Yeah.
A night like tonight.
Yep.
Do you,
over the last, I don't know when the point was where all of a sudden he just began doing this. And I think it was part of us relying probably on plays and things like that. And then when people started switching ball screens, and when they're switching, it's not as much of action now as you got to get the right matchup and attack one-on-one. And as we began to practice it, Minnesota was the first. When we began to practice it over these last couple of weeks, he's really appreciated. I think that the coach staff has our faith in him, and he's going to pick the right thing and find the right way to attack.
Thank you, Coach. All right, thanks, everybody.